the warm up. All right, nice big arm circles. And switch directions. Good. We'll switch our arms. And switch directions. And then we'll move into just some arm swings. Try to get our chest, our traps, our back to loosen up. And then when you're done there, we can move into our lower body. So we'll start with our leg swings side to side, really pulling from that outer glute, outer thigh, and then thinking about pulling from that inner thigh. And we'll switch legs. I really set the tone for myself this Monday because I forgot I didn't have gas in my car. Like I didn't think I had enough to get to work.
Oh no.
And so right as I was walking out the door, my sister is teaching from home. That is a blessing. And I was like, Lindy, I have to take your car today because I don't have gas to get to work. And I just was like, you did it to yourself. You set yourself up to just have a Monday. We're switching to front and back now, so we're on that first leg. Now we're thinking quads, hip flexors, hamstrings, glutes, trying to increase that range of motion in the hip as we get going. And then we'll switch. And then when you feel good with those, we're gonna work into our hip hinges, feet shoulder width apart, weight in our heels. We just hinge at the hip. You can put your fingers there and think about pushing your butt to the back wall, finding length in your hamstrings, then squeezing those hamstrings, squeezing your glutes to pull you nice and upright. We'll do about 8 to 10 here, trying to lengthen those hamstrings a little bit more each time while keeping distance from the crown of your head out through your tailbone. Back stays straight. You don't round over. And once you feel good with those, then we're just gonna move into our body weight squats. Weight stays in our heels, and this time we drop down. Thighs get parallel. Push up, back, and forth here. Do about 8. Good. You guys take a couple minutes to get a little bit more warm, maybe through your core, through your back, wherever you may need while I explain these first 4 exercises. We are going to use 8 as our number. So our first exercise is just a lateral raise, nice and easy, palms face your body, and you just raise your arms up to shoulder length and lower, up and lower. I really want you to think about lats being engaged there. So think about lifting from right under your armpits right here as you come up, but then holding resistance through here as we return back down. Then we're gonna do a row to a frog hop. So we've done these ones before. So we're gonna row 1 time each side. Then you're gonna hop or step your feet out wide by the dumbbells. And then we just do a little hinge to put our chest upright. We don't stand, so we really stay in our legs. Jump or step your feet back out. row, hop. 8 of those. Then we're going to do a dumbbell hang to press. So this is kind of a new movement, but not really. I think we've done it before. So you can hold weight in both hands here. All that's going to do is force a little bit more core work. But we're only moving one part of our body at a time. So this is where we incorporate that hip hinge, because this is a leg movement that we're just carrying momentum and using that to lift the weight. So what we do is you hinge your hips back, and as you fire them forward, this weight's gonna pull up and it'll end up racked on your shoulder. Then we just do a little press. So in actual speed, we're gonna hinge and the weight's gonna lower, hips snap, you pull the weight up, press, lower it down, snap, press, 8 on the right, 8 on the left, and then we go back to those lateral raises, okay? So the magic number is 8. We don't have to do double on any of them, so just move through as quick as we can here, and we'll go for 5 minutes, and then we'll move into that next square of work. Let me get my timer on, and then we are off. Let's start. So, you know, I mean, we have some cardio exercises, but there's not tons of cardio bits until the end will probably be the worst. I'm just going to be honest. So, again, I know we've kind of been focused on strength a lot here, but I think your guys' cardio, we did that for quite a bit. So, kind of turned, maybe Thursday we'll do more of a cardio one. Remember, we're not standing on these frogs, we're just keeping weight in our hands and doing a bit of a tilt of our hips, just so our chest comes and faces forward. Then after that, we have those little hang to press. So again, you can hold this weight in your opposite hand. That forces a little bit of core engagement. Then you hinge, keeping that weight close. Hips snap, we press. 8 of them here. And on that press, it's a little bit of a thrust. You can kind of get under it. Drop your hips just a little to press straight overhead. Eight on each arm here. Even if you do have that weight just in one hand, I don't want you going down the middle of your body here, so that weight stays close to the left leg if you're on your left side. We're really working unilateral here. Hinge back, hips fire out and up. This is just like our dumbbell swings. We're just building on it here. I don't even think I did lateral raises. Did I? Right. Obviously, I'm not here. And remember, I want you guys to push yourself here. So if you work ahead of me, that's fine. But I want us, I think we can get through probably 2.5. We move with a good clip. Start to get comfortable with the movement. Make sure you put yourself in a good plank position when you go back and forth in these row to hops. After that, We're right back into those hang presses. Hinge, fire, weight racks on our shoulder, and then we press it up. Weight stays close to your body during the whole movement. Think about pulling with your trap, but also the tension that you build in your hips is leading that. Hinge. Stay with it. Lots of shoulder stuff today. Lots of pressing. Keep working until that time goes. See how many reps you can get through here. Good. Relax. First round done. Get some water quick. I'm gonna just take a quick drink before we explain these next exercises quick. So we're starting with swinging lunges here. So always the option, 2 weights, 1 weight. Take it to where you need, but we're gonna do 8 on our right, 8 on our left. So we're gonna start with a backwards reverse lunge. So you lunge back. We're gonna come up, swing right, back and forth here through a lunge, just moving our right foot. So we'll go back and forth is 1. So it'll be 1, 1, 2, 2, if that makes sense. 8 on the right, 8 on the left. Then we're gonna do glute bridges just on one leg. So we're gonna set ourselves up for our glute bridge like we always do. Feet on the ground, back flat. And then all we're gonna do is lift one leg and push just through the one leg on the ground. 8 each leg. Remember, we're using our shoulders and our elbows to push against the ground to lift our hip. Then the final exercise is gonna be leg raises. So we are on our back, legs flat. We lift and keep your legs straight the whole time. Lower slow and in control. Then we lift again, lower, slow, and in control. 8 there, okay? So lunges, glute bridges, and leg raises. Got it? Let us begin. Nice and in control on these lunges. Remember, forward and backward is 1. Try to transition straight from that reverse lunge to that front lunge, finding balance. Shoulders stay pulled back. Core stays engaged. And when we step that foot back and forward, I want you to think about keeping your feet hip width apart. We don't have to be on a tightrope here. Woo! My legs are already on fire. After that, we're on the ground for our glute bridges. Remember, we're working one leg at a time. If you want here, you can add a weight to your hips. That's just gonna add resistance. Remember, we tap and lift. Tap, lift. Stay with it. Push, be explosive on this movement. Then we switch legs. Really pushing through our heel. Lifting those hips to the ceiling. And after that, we're already set up. Legs straighten out. The lift isn't the part I want you guys to focus on. It's lowering those legs. Make it take as long as you physically can while controlling that. That's the part of this workout where you're gonna feel those legs or those abs burning, is you controlling the weight of your legs down. 8 of these, then we hop back up for swinging lunges. Woo! Trying to go straight from that reverse lunge to the forward lunge. Pushing off that moving leg on each one. So when you step back, you should be on the ball of that moving leg. And then when you come forward, you should be on your heel. Keep yourself moving here. Those legs are probably getting tired. Stay with it. Trying to get through 2. Men, into our glute bridge. Set yourself up. Lift one leg. Keep it there. And then drive through that other leg. Up through the top. Feel that hamstring working those glutes, squeezing for you. Then we go into leg raises. And we relax. Excellent job. Number 2, done. So now we're gonna go to that lower left box. So we have split stance RDLs each side, plank swimmers, and crossbody mountain climbers. But split stance RDL. So all we're gonna do is put our right foot a little bit ahead of our left. So you'll probably want your toes of your left kind of in line with the heel of your right. And we're just doing our RDL, which we do all the time. So we know that this is a hip hinge. Weights in hand, they're gonna stay close to your shin. We're just pushing through the heel of this right foot as low as we can go, keeping our back flat. Then you push through the heel, fire yourself up. So, creating tension, building tension, springing up. So we'll go 8 right leg forward, 8 left leg forward. Then weights go down. We meet in a low plank. Sorry, my ear's itchy. For our plank swimmer. So, good low plank. Elbows, forearms on the ground, butt down. We reach, swim through. So I really want you to feel like you're pushing through water. So you reach, cup, turn your palm down, reach through. Out, swim, reach through. We're gonna do just single count on that. So it will be 4 each side, 8 total. Then we get up into a high plank for our crossbody mountain climbers. So nothing different with our mountain climbers, except we're trying to reach that knee to opposite elbow, and this will be double count. So it's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Really firing those obliques, getting that knee to reach to our elbow. So 8 split stance right, 8 split stance left, 8 swimmers, 8 double count crossbody mountain climbers, okay? Same deal here. We go 5 minutes. Let's try to get through at least 2 rounds, if not more. Let's start. Okay. Right leg a little bit forward, hinge back, building tension, and then we fire up right. We're thinking about pushing through the heel of that forward leg. Feel it lengthen, 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 and then snap. Using all that we just built, pull us upright. We only have a slight bend in our knees, so this is really a movement out of our hips. Weights are staying close to our legs. After this, we have our little swimmers. You can take one weight here if you'd prefer on those RDLs, just holding one and bringing it against your shin. But otherwise, we're in a good low plank. We reach out, nice big stroke, hand comes up through the center of our chest. Try and keep your butt down, your hips level. I know I say this all the time, but anytime we're in a plank like this and we take away a point of stability, a leg or an arm, the goal is always to keep that back nice and flat. I want you thinking about shoulders staying over the elbows. As you start to do those cross mountain climbers, your weight's gonna wanna shift back into your heels. Stay over your wrists and drive those knees to that opposite elbow. Butt pushes to the back wall. Then we snap. Hips go into full extension at the top, so our glutes are engaged. Stay with it here. 8 right leg, 8 left leg. Weights in our heels. After this, we're back into our plank, doing our little swimmers and those crossbody mountain climbers. So good low plank to start, and then hold that even as your arms swim through. Feel like you're pushing through water. Good. And then up into your high plank. Remember, keeping our weight over our wrist. Then we're back to the top. And we keep on going here. We still have 2 minutes. So we're for sure getting through at least one more round of this. If not, a little bit more. All toes are pointing forward. I don't want you pigeon-toed, or maybe both pointing to the left to make sure. All 10 toes are pointing forward. Make this your best round. Feel that area we're working here. Push. Wait, stay close. Keep going. Then we're back on the ground for our swimmers. Good low plank, butt down, belly button pulled in. Once that is established, move into those swimmers. And we finish with those cross body mountain climbers. Push yourself. And relax. Perfect timing. Woo! Three-fifths of the way there. We move into this last little box of AMRAP. Sorry, headphone falling out. Okay, the 4 exercises. Hammer curls. Simple, straightforward. Palms still face your body here. Core is engaged. This is a really good time to work on that. We've been talking about that. Core engagement when we're not doing core exercise during class. But anyway, shoulders back and down. We just curl up, down. So palms face towards your body the whole time. Then I'm going to do a little switch up just for the ease of going into movement. So next we're going to do the cross-body squat thrusters instead of the push-ups. So we're not going up and down, and just sparing us time there. So for these, we've done these squat thrusters. I'm just incorporating a little bit more core work here. So we're adding a twist. So you technically do 1 at a time. So we'll do 8 total, but we squat. And then as we thrust, we're gonna turn, pivot, right hand pushes to the ceiling. We twist our hips, squat, thrust, opposite. So nothing you haven't done, just adding a little twist. You're gonna feel that in your glutes and in your core. So we do 8 total there. Then we go to the ground for our hand release push-ups. So we start in a good, nice high plank. We lower down in control, come to the ground, hands release the ground. Then we push ourselves back up. If you need to come back up off your knees, that's awesome. You can reset that way, but really try lowering knees off the ground, controlling your body weight down before you release and push up. Then last exercise here is gonna be frog crunches. So we're gonna be on the ground, soles of our feet connect, hands behind your head. Remember, we're holding an apple between our chin and our chest. And we just crunch, knees to elbows, come back down, crunch, knees to elbow, come back down. So what we're doing, putting our feet like that, is taking our hip flexors out of that crunch, which we use to cheat a lot. When we try to do our core, we engage here instead of here. So we just take those out to crunch. You should really feel that just down the middle of your abs. So same deal as always, 8 of each. We're gonna go for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna finish with a little burnout thing. So, hammer curls, push-ups, squat thrusters, and frog crunches. Let's begin. Core pulled in, so our belly button is back towards our spine. Shoulders are pulled back and down. Our arms lengthen between each curl. Then, after the 8, we go into those squat thrusters. We punch opposite, get a full twist, finding lots of length between that hand and leg. Then weights go down, and we have our hand release push-ups. So we lower and control, come up. Lower and control, come up. Trying to bring our whole body with us as we come in. It's not segmented. Chest, hips, legs. Nice and rigid. We lift in good plank form. Take your time with these. Just get through them. And after that, we flip over. Soles of our feet go together. Hands behind our head. Crunch. Knees to elbow. Lower. Feel those abs working for you. Your head's light in your hands. Not straining your neck. Then we're back to the top. Whew. 4 hammer curls. So now that we're comfortable with the movements, maybe we pick up the speed we are working at. See just how many rounds we can get through. Get our heart rate up a little. Then to the ground for those push-ups again and crunches. Lowering in control. Remember, we're controlling our body weight. All the way down. Whew. Then we flip over for our little frog crunchies. Feet together, hands behind your head, squeeze, lower. Stay with it, keep working. We're almost done. We have 1 more minute here. Working through it all. Hammer curls. But we're not quite done once we finish this. Rack your weights for your twisting squat thrusters. Squatting in control, good form, weight in our heels. Work through this time here. Back to your push-ups. Hands come off. And we push up. Good. Relax. We are almost done, but this little last thing is a little evil. So, you guys know that EMOM is going to be every minute on the minute. So, while we work hard for hopefully 40 seconds, you also get recovery built into this time. So, the magic number is going to be 5. So, we have 5 curtsy lunges, right leg, 5 curtsy lunges, left leg, and then, 5 burpees. But it's just the nature of this beast today. So we go 5, just stepping back, behind with our right leg, our left leg, and on the burpees, I want chest touching the ground, and I want you to jump when you come up. So hands go down, jump or step your feet back, chest goes to the ground, jump or step your feet up, jump. That's 1. Just 5 of them. By the time you're like, okay, this is absolutely horrible, you probably have 2 more left. So we're here for 6 minutes. So we have 6 rounds of this. That's it. And then we're done. And remember, the quicker that you get done with the round, quicker it's over, more recovery you get. You can absolutely take weights on your curtsy lunges if you want. If you just want to make them body weight, it's awesome. You're going to get work from doing that too. So here we go. Let's start. Come back to center on each lunge. 5 right, 5 left. Get nice and low. Push yourself back up to center. Then right away into our burpees. 5 of them. Woo! 23 seconds right now. I'll keep calling out times, but no, that's recovery you have. You have 15 seconds as of right now. So when you finish, remember, that's the goal every time. We want to push ourselves through, get that same amount of recovery. We go again in 3, 2, 1. If, as we're doing this, you don't have that, I at least want 15 seconds of recovery, trim off a number, make it 4. I want you having that recovery. The goal here is not 6 minutes of straight lunges and burpees. Good. 23 seconds right now. 18. You're at 10. So you still have time right now. Recover. Take those deep breaths. Woo! Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Stay with it. If you're having that recovery, but you're like, I'm trimming a number off because I'm tired. No, you got it. We have 3.5 more minutes of work. Chest goes to the ground. We jump at the top. If the jumping's too much, give me a heel raise. 23 seconds. We're looking for consistent time, continuing to push ourselves even as we get fatigued. You're still at 10. Keep going. Halfway through. It's almost done. 3, Let's go. Getting back, getting nice and low in that lunge. Then you're into your burpees. Woo! 2 more rounds. That's it. 10 lunges each leg. 10 burpees. Easy. Easy peasy. 10 seconds still. Take that recovery. We go again. In 3, 2, 1. We're staying good in our form. We're working through the mental fatigue. I'm saying, I can't do 5. I can't do burpees. Yes, you can. Yes, you will. Jump at the top. I don't want to be able to just slide a piece of paper under your toes. I want you jumping. Whew! 20 seconds. And last round. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We got this. Except on this round, we're gonna finish together. So when you finish your burpees, straight away, holding a plank until the time's up. Let's go. Last round here. So we have our 5 lunges each leg, 5 burpees, and a plank together to finish this. I don't care if the plank, you're in it for 3 seconds. We're all finishing in that plank together. But don't let that be the reason you don't push yourself here through the end. 5 burpees and get into that plank and hold it right away. We got it. Stay in this. We are almost there. Stay in it. Stay in it. And relax. Woo! Now we are finito. Grab some water. Whew. And then we'll stretch you out. Call this a day. Whew. For stretching today, we'll just start in our tabletop position. So those hands go under our shoulders, knees stack under our hip, and we're gonna go into cat-cow. So we'll tuck our chin, lift our stomach to the ceiling so our back rounds out, pull our shoulder blades apart, hold there, and then when we're ready, we'll sink our stomach, lift our forehead to the ceiling, shoulder blades come together in our back. And we're just rotating back and forth here between cat and cow 3 or 4 times each direction, trying to find a little bit more stretch in our spine each time. And then when you're ready, we'll connect our big toes, knees spread apart. We're gonna sit back into child's pose. So heels go to your butt, arms reach out, forehead can rest on the ground here. Take a couple nice big deep breaths. Start to slow that heart rate down. And now we're gonna thread the needle. So take your right hand and rub your fingers against the ground under your left arm. Right shoulder comes to the ground, and you can try to twist and see that ceiling, really getting a lot of mid-back rotation here. And we'll take that same stretch just the other way. So left hand goes under right, left shoulder goes on the ground, and try to twist through that mid-back. See the ceiling above you. And then we'll return to center for that child pose. And we're gonna do our little cobra thing. So we're gonna just push our chest through our hands, end up stomach and thighs on the ground. Push those palms, feel a stretch through your core, through your chest. And transition however is best for you onto our butt, where we're gonna start with butterfly. So soles of our feet together, elbows on the inside of our thighs as we push them to the ground. Feel some stretch in those hips. While we're here, we can do some nice big neck rolls, both directions. Good, legs straighten out. We cross one over the other. Bring elbow to the outside of that leg. And with equal force, we push, trying to create that same twist in our back to see the wall behind us. And we go the other way. Good, come out of that. And we will go on to our backs. Start with figure four. So one ankle over the knee. And then take this where you want it. You can either press on the pointy part of the four, feel a little extra stretch maybe in the hip of that leg, or you can grab the leg off the ground. Oh, and pull it into your chest. And switch legs. Whatever you did on that first side, try to mimic that on the second side. Good, we'll come out of that. Feet will come together on the ground, knees fall open in opposite directions, and just let them hang. Try and get that low back flattened on the ground here. Find some stretch in those hips, hip flexors. And now we'll do our little egg stretch. So we squeeze both knees tight into our chest. You can lift your forehead, roll around a bit, see if there's somewhere in that back that needs a little extra love, and pull extra tight. Wiggle around a little extra. And we will end by stacking our knees over hips, keeping our ankles in line with our knees, teeing out your arms, and rotating side to side, feeling that low back stretch. Going about 3 to 4 times each way, trying to get a little bit farther to the ground while keeping your shoulders pinned back. Excellent job today. Whew. We made it. Thank you guys for coming.